Hello. I'm glad you've joined me today. I have a story that I would love to tell you. And it's a story like most great stories that took place in the 1980s. It's a story of passion, hope, promise, despair, disillusionment, and then hope again. It was during this decade that a group of Christians found themselves with a heart for campus at Ball State University. Men like Gary Kowski, Mike Etchison, others who felt a passion to proclaim Jesus to the next generation. They probably had no idea that they were beginning to birth a small church that would be impacting the campus and the world for years to come. Meanwhile, church planner Greg Veneta recruited a few young men to come and join the group that was here in Muncie. Bill Pfeiffer, a budding engineer from the University of Michigan, and John Heaver, a 3-time dropout from Bowling Green State University, were among Greg's top recruits to come and help the team. So in 1987, they came to Ball State and joined the group to form what became known as Ball State Bible Studies, an amazingly innovative name for its time. From 1987 to 1989, not much happened in the church except a lot of unmet expectations and a spring break trip or two. But in 1989, everything was about to change. A young, straight out of rehab freshman showed up on campus, Neil Kring. Like manna from heaven, Neil provided life to the ministry, and the church began to take off. The 90s were filled with church explosion. The group would go from 20 to 200 in the matter of a couple of years, and Neil Kring was the X factor. He was a Christian bad boy who played by his own set of rules. The dawn of a new decade meant the need for a new name. And all sorts of names for this church were considered, everything from Tim and Dan's Hip Church to Whispering Oaks, until they finally settled on the name Abundant Life Campus Church, another cutting-edge name for a cutting-edge time. Neil has always been about multiplying disciples, and he decided that there were more ways than just evangelism to grow a church. He met his wife Kelly while in college, and they, like two magnets, were unable to resist the attraction of the other. Once married, it seemed like they had a new kid every couple of months. In the late 90s, Neil's family was not the only thing growing. The church was growing, and it was time to multiply and plant new churches. Places like IU or Purdue would have made a lot of sense, but instead, they headed to the backwoods of Illinois, to Southern Illinois University, to start a new church. As with many histories, they don't always make sense. And let's just say they came back. With the returning team, it was time for a new name change. And they settled on The Revolution, a name inspiring to students and concerning to parents for years to come. Neil and John and the team seemed destined for world evangelization. And then in 2000, John Heaver left for sunny Florida. This was a time when many staff left. But Neil wouldn't stay alone for long. During the 2000s, many new staff and pastors joined the team, and Muncie finally felt like home. As Neil has grown older, his rough edges have softened. The staff team is now 50% women, due completely to Neil's feminine sensibilities. Many staff have come and gone. Many students have come and gone. But Ball State Bible Studies, Abundant Life Campus Church, The Revolution, and introducing our new name, The Chamber, has always and will always be committed to the gospel of Jesus Christ going forward. How's that? Why do we have so many freaking names here?